Jerry, I want to know what you saw in those, like, was it 2 workouts you saw of this teenage kid, Kobe Bryant, and what knocked your socks off?
You know, it wasn't like this was some great discovery because people knew who he was. At that time, it wasn't in vogue to take 17-year-old kids. And he said, he wants to come and work out with some of these players that were going to be higher taken in a draft, everyone thought. And he goes there, and I watched this, 17 years old, and I said to myself, this is ridiculous. So Kobe wanted to come back again and work out for us, and so Arn called me and said he's in town here and he wants to work out. So I brought Michael Cooper in, and I think some of you people know who Michael Cooper is, one of the great defenders we've had in our league. And so we wanted him to play with Kobe Bryant and see what it looked like. Well, after 10 minutes, I said, stop this, okay? He was embarrassing Michael, and I told Michael, I said, man, you retired soon enough. And that was the genesis of it. I said, Shaquille, we just drafted a kid who's the best player in the draft. And I said, I know you got a lot of good players down in Orlando, but I said, we have better players here, and we have one that's going to be the best player in the league one day. Pretty bold statement to make, but to me it was obvious.
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
A coming out party for the high school kid, Kobe Bryant.
He is an offensive whiz. He's very, very talented. He has all pro moves. And when you look at him, you're talking about a young man with range. He can go off the dribble. He can get his shot. And in every place that he worked out, nothing but raves. No one talking about any shortness or a weakness in his game.
What was it like for the tryouts? What did you learn?
Well, I learned that you have to work hard and you have to approach the game with a serious mindset. There's a step up from high school, and I understand that. So therefore, every time I step on a basketball court, I'm going to put a strong effort out there on the floor. I'm not going to leave anything on the floor.
Ernie, sources have told me that the Charlotte Hornets have traded Kobe Bryant to the Lakers.
I just want to come in and fit in well with the team and benefit them in any way I can. You know, it's out there on the corridor, you know, training guys on or practicing hard or whatever. I just want to do what I can to benefit the team.
He can go get a shot for himself anytime he wants.
Even in the NBA, he'll be able to create shots?
Yes, he will.
You really feel like, you really think that you can step up and play with the best in the world?
I hope so. I don't know. I don't know yet, but I do know that I'm going to work extremely hard, and whatever happens, happens.
Required to say that any high school graduate is prepared emotionally and physically to step into the NBA.
We don't want them. People don't want to babysit 18 and 19-year-old kids.
I just don't see the coaches and the personnel people having the time or the patience to nurture a young kid.
Now you're going to tell me that a kid leaving high school is going to be socially and emotionally prepared for the NBA? Not so.
I feel like this is a dream. If people want to realize that dream, why not do it now? It's an opportunity of a lifetime. I feel it's time for me to go out and seize it while I'm still young.
straight to the NBA, to Hollywood, and now to Cleveland. It is the 1997 Slam Dunk champion.
I saw a kid sitting in my seat, and I thought maybe, somebody's son in the locker room, they got, he just sitting there. I said, "What's up, young fella? Let me get right here." And he was like, "What's up, yo? What's up?" And I'm Coach Bryant, man. What I'm saying? I'm trying to come to the league. And I had just walked in the locker room. He was like, No. I'm Coach Bryant. What's up, yo? How is it out there, yo? I'm watching it. It looks fast. He was just, his eyes, yo. His eyes were he was so intense on just wanting to know the next level and what it was like.
If your job is to try to be the best basketball player you can be, to do that, you have to practice, you have to train. You want to train as much as you can, as often as you can. If I start earlier, I can train more hours, right? And so now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And by year 5 or 6, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up. So to me, it was just common sense and like thinking, how can I get an advantage? Oh, start earlier. Yeah, let's do that. It's just a matter of what's important to you. I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. The reason why I can retire now and be completely comfortable about it because I know that I've done everything I could to be the best basketball player I could be. That's where it comes from. I mean, you can't leave any stone unturned.
Kobe Bryant pulls up for the shot and hits the basket. What a heroic basket by Kobe Bryant.
How about the poise of this young guy? Hits the jumper and then sort of gives it, take your time, everything's cool. I'm not going to let us lose this game. The poise of this young guy who would only be a senior in college this year had he went to college. Remember yesterday we spoke to Kobe Bryant and I asked him, I said, "Kobe, you're a dreamer." And he said, "Yes, and I'm going to dream that I'm going to be holding that trophy tomorrow night." Well, it looks like he's going to get his wish.
In 2.5 seconds, it appears he will.
Jackson looking to throw it in against Shaq. Reggie turns and pumps it up off the rim, and the Lakers are the 2000 NBA champions.
The other night you had a dream, and it happened to come through tonight.
Yeah, it came true tonight. We worked so hard. It was a hard-fought game, and we finally got a championship, and it feels great.
No feeling quite like this, is it?
Woo, I love it. I can't wait to do it again.
You have been around a lot of championships. Can you compare this to any of the other ones?
Only in that this is first of many, just like it was before.
This is for LA, the Staples Center. What a way to start a millennium. I just want to say thank y'all for believing in us, and we're going to get one next year too.
You're going to have a lot of them, so get used to it. Yeah, get a look at the dynasty. This is the next one right here.
For the Lakers, who finished with a 15-1 run, the best all-time playoff winning percentage in the history of the league. And for the Lakers, 2 straight titles, 13 championships for this Laker franchise.
But you had the best record ever in the history of the NBA playoffs. You should be proud of that. You defended your title with intensity, passion, but most important, teamwork and grace. Congratulations to the world champion 2001 NBA Los Angeles Lakers.
A great team right now. Any predictions for next year?
I will wait till October to make those predictions.
But there can only be one champion, and we have a worthy one. There was a triple crown this year, but it was the Los Angeles Lakers. They are potentially a team for the ages.
Triple right there.
Shaq comes outside to Bryant. He's open. He shoots for 3. Good!
Bryant to Shaq!
Most people don't know is our story goes back when I met you
in Orlando.
Right. You guys were playing the Pacers in the playoffs in '94, and I came to a game, and Penny back then was my role model, and I looked up to him quite a bit. I asked to take a picture with him. He kind of brushed me off.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I came to you, asked to take a picture, and you were like, "Yeah, come here, young fella. Yeah, where you from?"
I remember that.
And that's when It's the first time I met you.
I don't know if you know this, but I was in Atlanta, still with the Orlando Magic. We get a call from Jerry West, my agent, 2 a.m. Me and Jerome, we out at the club. Jerry West says, I got what you want. At that time, I was asked for 150. I knew I wasn't gonna get 150, but Jerry got me 120. So he called me up to the room, and he put the piece of paper on the thing. And before I could sign, he stopped me. He said, let me tell you something. I just acquired this kid from Charlotte. You and him gonna get about 3 or 4 championships. I was like, who are you talking about? He said, Kobe Bryant. I was like, all right, cool. I wasn't worried about none of that. I was just trying to get to that 120 and trying to get to that 120. And that was the first time I knew of your greatness. And then when you came in, you was 18, you was doing a lot. And I can remember one time in the 3-on-2 drill, you came down on Sean Rooks and you put it between, bing, 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 bing. And Dale said, shh, Kobe, one day you're going to be a great player, but don't ever do that again. One thing what I loved about you as an 18-year-old is you wanted it. A lot of guys on our team didn't want it, but you wanted it at a 18-year-old. And that's why in the Utah game, everybody talks about those air balls. I wasn't mad at you.
Look at Kobe Bryant for 3, another air ball. He shoots back-to-back air balls, Jazz basketball.
And that's why I was the first one to come grab you and say, hey, I know everybody's laughing and giggling now, but one day people will fear you at the end of the game.
The first time we had our first fight, and you looked and said, okay, this is crazy.
I did say that.
Yeah,
I
did.
Crazy.
You did. We were playing a pickup game. We were doing a lockout season, Southwest College, playing a pickup game. And you kept saying, yeah, take that little. I'm looking around. Me.
Yes.
Right? And I said, well, hold on, ain't gonna be too many more of those little,
Yeah, I remember that.
And what'd you say? Well, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? And then that's, the next thing I knew, I saw a big hand coming this way. And I remember going this way. And I remember throwing some lollipop. The Polynese came and caught. And then they all just kind of broke us apart, broke us up. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, man, he wants this thing. It affects him. Right? I mean, it consumes him. And then from that moment on, I knew we spoke the same language. It doesn't matter if we had disagreements this and the other, our drive to win, like we have to win. There's no other option. We're gonna figure this out, we're gonna get this done.
Congratulations, the greatest. Congratulations, the most dominant. You take that jersey and put your own jersey on, play. About time now? Yeah. Holla! Holla! 1-2. Baddest duo ever, Superman and Batman. 3 rings.